Hello, it's really lovely to be with you again today. Hope you're well. Today's video is all about forget sending love. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by forget sending love? Well, I don't know about you, but I really struggle with this concept of sending love to people who I don't like, or I've got a disagreement with, or whatever else that might be. People from my past, people from my present. It just sort of felt forced. It didn't feel authentic. And I don't want to send something from me, from my heart, because I don't want to create any more psychic cords than already exist between me and whoever this other person might be. And it also includes this concept of sending love to a situation as well. Let's send love to this, send love to this person. We hear it a lot. And if it works for you, fabulous, keep going. It doesn't work for me. That's the truth of it. It actually just doesn't work very well for me. And I was listening to some audios of Tosha Silver's about a week ago. I started listening to it. I've read her books for many years now, really like her. And the info on her is in the blurb, the description on my video. If you have a look underneath, you'll find a link to her there. She's written some books. She has some incredible kind of oracle cards, and she runs courses. She's a fabulous woman, really like her, very wise, and she is a spiritual counselor, an astrologer. She's great. She's a really great resource if you haven't already tapped into her. Anyway, this particular audio was talking about sending blessings and light. Sending blessings and light. And I was sort of thinking that rather than sending out love, I'm going to play around with sending out blessings and light. And so whenever we're doing something like this, we actually need to fill ourselves up first. So it's not coming from our energy reserves. So a good idea to open up like the crown chakra and allowing yourself to receive blessings, to receive light into your body, into every single part of your being, between the cells, filling up the cells, all parts of your body. Let it be gentle, let it be soft, let it take its time. Something to do with deep breathing and taking a moment for yourself, just visualizing yourself filling up with blessings and light. And then when you're at a place, you're like, okay, yeah, that's here. And for some people that can be really quick, and other people it can take a bit longer. However long it takes is absolutely perfect. But when you're ready, and you'll know when, you can then send these blessings and light to anybody. It can be to just somebody you love because you're thinking of them and you want to send them blessings and light without sending any attachments or expectations, or sending blessings and light to somebody who there's some disharmony with, you have a disagreement with, you're not getting along so well, you're struggling with. And you can send it to like just difficult situations. I can think of one, trying to sell my dad's apartment at the moment. We've been having a few problems with that. So sending blessings and light to the whole sort of circumstance of selling his apartment, for it to be easy and wonderful, just sending blessings and light to the apartment, to the new person who's going to own it. And so sending blessings and light to myself. I've been playing around with that massively over the last week, and I've been really enjoying it, actually. It's been a lot of fun. Been thinking, well, where can I apply it? So the one I love particularly, first thing in the morning, I have, half an hour or so, and I'm kind of awake, kind of not, lying in bed. And instead of going over anything I need to do in the day or anything else really, instead I'm opening up to receive blessings and light to every single part of me. And if there's some discomfort in the body, if my hip's playing up or something, then I'm really directing more and more blessings to that part of me. So I use it in the morning, and I use it at any time when I have discomfort in the body. I've been doing that. And also younger selves. That's another way in which I've been using it, because for me, having come from a difficult childhood, the younger parts of me can show up sometimes still, and they're wanting to be loved. They're wanting to feel secure. They're wanting to feel safe. They're wanting to feel loved. They want to know that they're being looked after, because they didn't feel that when I was young. And I'm sure this applies to everybody. You don't have to have had a traumatic childhood to have these younger parts showing up, wanting affection and things. So, but they feel like, as I tap into it energetically, they almost feel like an open wound. Those younger parts that want something. It's like an ouch. It's like like they want something plugged into it, which makes me think of them when we go out into the world and we're trying to get our needs met from other people and other situations. And I wonder if that kind of longing and that need, those urges, come from these kind of raw spots inside of us. Anyway, I have been sending blessings and light to all of those places. So when a behavior pattern has been wanting to kick up in me, let's say perfectionist tendencies over my writing or a coaching course I'm taking or something, I'm like, I feel I take that back. That comes from a part of me that doesn't feel good enough. It didn't feel good enough when I was younger. It's like, okay. So I sort of follow the thread all the way back without needing to think about it. I'm not thinking back to, well, I was 4 years old and I was this, and I was like, let go of all of that. Follow the thread of it back energetically. And you'll come to a place where it originated. And that's where I direct the blessings and the light. Taking some deep breaths as we do so. And it's so soothing. It's incredible. It's like it puts the fire out somehow. So it's another way in which I've been playing around with it. And also when I'm just generally feeling a bit stressed or a bit overwhelmed or anxious, I'm just tuning in with how my body feels. If it's doing that running around really quickly, I often have anxious feelings in my body. I've shared that with you before, and I genuinely do. Old patterning. It's all okay. Don't need to make it go away. But it's instead lovely to embrace it and say it's all right. And sending blessings and light to it is a way of soothing it, I've discovered this week. And I'm really enjoying that. So I'm very, very grateful to Tosha Silver for sharing in her audio about blessings and light and the different ways in which she uses it as well. She talks a lot about stopping the habit of worrying, that when you want to worry about somebody else or worry about a situation, instead of doing that, instead of having negative, toxic thoughts about something, to instead send blessings and light to yourself, to the situation, to the person you're worrying about. Yeah, all very interesting. So I'm looking at my notes. So when I say no to sending love, the reason is I feel that it can be it's not really unconditional, I think, when we're sending it. It's too easy for it to not be, hang on a minute, let me get that right. It's too easy for the love that we send to be conditional, for it to have attachments or expectations with it, associated with it, even if that is not our conscious intention. It's very hard, I think, challenging to sort of direct this sense of love to somebody without all of that, for it to be totally clear and free of expectation, attachment, for it to be really, truly 100% unconditional. And I've tried for a lot of years, not to say that word in hypnotic language. Yeah, anyway, means you won't do it. So, hasn't worked for me, but as I say, if it has for you, great. So this blessings and light for me supersedes that. It really, such a beautiful gift to give to ourselves. And as I say, I felt it was really hard to send love to people who I had problems with or I didn't like, I had some disagreement with. That was like, what? Yeah. So anyway, try blessings and light and see if that works for you, if that helps you too. And the last thing I want to share about is a reminder, really, that on January the 4th, Thursday, January the 4th, I am going to be launching Self-Love Sanctuary, which is going to be a monthly online group of people, soulful people meeting. And I will be leading. It'll be about 90 minutes long. There'll be guided meditations, transmissions, and it's for people who want to progress on their spiritual path, or have had trouble or have had troubled past or difficult things going on in their lives, and they're struggling to really open into loving themselves. And that's the journey that I have been on over the last 18 years. From my difficulties into a place of really completely loving myself. Doesn't mean I'm a perfect human being and I get it right all the time. Far from it. But I am a completely different person from the one I was 20 years ago. And I do love myself. I have this deep appreciation for me and gratitude for me, for all of me, all aspects of me. So it is my honor to be able to guide and support other people who are on a similar journey. And that will give you the chance to show up and ask me questions, and I can guide you through things or give you a bit of advice or support or encouragement. And it will just be nice. I also want to build this community of soulful people where we can gather once a month and get to know each other over time, and for people to raise that, well, all of us, me included, to raise our vibrations and in our intention of meeting that everybody is going to benefit. Every single person. Yeah. So anyway, that is January the 4th. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time, like 7 to 8:30. It's going to be on Zoom, and I will send out the link into this, the Zoom link near the time and stuff, with a link to that. And the first one, as you watch my videos, is going to be free for you, so that you can come and taste it and see how it resonates with you. And so the coupon code for that is going to be Love Yourself. And I'll put that down below so you have it too. And you can just pop that into the cart at the checkout on my website. And so you will get the first one absolutely free, a gift from my heart to you, so that you can come and see if it's helpful for you. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. And dive into sending blessings and light to yourself. And please share with me. You can either email me through my website or leave messages here on YouTube to share what your experiences of that were. And if you find it helpful, I hope you do. It really has been quite an interesting experiment, and it's certainly something I'm going to continue in my daily life because it is making a massive difference. I look forward to the next time that we meet again. If you like the video, please like it below. And as I say, stick a comment down there if you feel inclined, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be with you again soon. Goodbye.